What's up, YouTube? We're back. SNESMania game number 296, Best of the Best Championship Karate. To be clear about it, we actually did not. This is actually a second crack at this. Because yesterday, we got dunked on by a lot of tech issues. So I ended up cutting it, and like the actual gameplay itself was like, I don't know if I'm committed to saying this game is bad, but it is, I think at the very least, for you to like play game good, I think the game does not do a good job of like telling you in that regard. Here's my guess, is the game wants you to go train your dick off to just get your stats up, to compete with even the first guy. Like, that was kind of almost their intention. Spoon, like, I was trying to, so like, we'll show here what I was trying to do yesterday. And then we'll, and then we'll go through suggestions. So, let's get my controller. Playing this one on emulator to note, because on the flash card, for whatever reason, the game, like, the background flashes the whole time. And it would be an awful upload. It would be the first time I'd ever uploaded a video purely for the documentation. I'd be like, please don't watch this. It's only the second game that really doesn't, like, function on the flash cart, along with all the way back, I think it was game 120, Wordtress. Somewhere around there. Yeah, it looks like I updated it. Yeah, 1323. Let me make 100% sure that is the correct number, right? Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so, okay, so Best of the Best Championship Karate. At first we were like, oh, it's a fighting game, but you actually get in there, it's not even really a karate game, it's like a kickboxing game is what this is. Let's go ahead, 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, you are, dude on the left, and this is your first of, I think there's like 10 or so opponents in the game. Again, as my usual, like with like boxing type games, I would like to beat like 3 guys. Feel like, okay, we let the difficulty ramp up a little bit. I got a bit of a feel for it. I feel good enough to give it a score. See, like, it just went. Am I controlling this? I think I am. No, okay, that is a demo. Okay, they're showing a demo there. That's weird, it just goes there after a while. So you can go directly into the match. Probably the most unique thing about this game is that you can select your hits. Which on one part could be cool. On another part could just be a way of like filtering out, these are the moves that work, right? Either way, what they do is you have 55 moves to pick from. Based on the UI, I'm not even like 100% certain what, like here, let me see if I hold B. Okay, and then you can assign it to different buttons, it looks like. So you have to hold B and then pick up. So wait, so what is... So I can't pick X, I can't pick left or right. Okay, that's fine. So I can assign this to like, because what is this saying? What am I looking at? That's a great question. I'm assuming this is like, because it's not like a fighting game where you would think like, oh, it meant like, I want to do like a forward punch. So I need to hold right and press Y or something, right? Or like, oh, I want to do like a back kick or a low kick. You hold down and you press like X or A or something. it's every like direction outside of it looks like left, right, or down is you can effectively, it's not even shortcut because there's no non-shortcut. You can assign an attack to that button. So I could take probably this 0-4 move and put it on up left. Yeah. So then you could go through these. So you get a total of, I guess, so yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. You have 13 slots that you can pick from 55 different moves. I think like the manual said 55, it looks like there's a 00. So you can go through all this shit and customize your fighter. It's up to maybe a player whether they think that's cool or not. I remember that they have these sorts of things in some more of the modern fighters. Like I want to say like Soul Calibur 3 had it, right? And maybe a couple other games where you could like build your fighter. I guess my personal opinion is I almost don't trust a retro game to do this well. And maybe that's bad. I don't know. But I'm like, I feel like it's, you gotta go fight, you gotta go play Street Fighter, but you have 55 moves, 40 of which probably suck balls. To find the like, maybe 10 or so that work and are good. Smash 4 has it. And there's effective training mode and a lot of things that this game doesn't have. Yeah. Like, there should be something like, you then go from here. Like, take this concept and put it in, like, just put me in a sparring match with, like, a dummy. And just do each of the different moves so you can see, like, okay, what is the spacing? What gaps in my offense am I filling, right? I want to make sure I've got attacks to go low, go high, go mid. You know, I want stuff that I know I can rely on to be effective, like your jab, like a little bit of a quicker hit, you know. But also this UI, once again, is kind of trash. So like, okay, I accept that the top square of buttons is probably your D-pad. You can put attacks on up left, up right, down left, down right. Sure. What is the second box then? Okay, I've got 4 face buttons. There are moves you could put on L and R, so where do L and R go in all of that? Oh, you are probably right. You are probably right. Okay, so that's fine. Like, yeah, that is neutral B because the square is up. The middle one is B held down. Okay, sure. So I guess what you could take from that is L and R you can't change. Those are just like special moves. Okay. Here's the other problem. Spoon, I think we agree on this. There's an attack on X. So where is X in all of this? Yeah, X and Y. Yeah, Y does the forward little 1-2 punch, and X did something else. You never assign any moves to B? Well, so I don't think B inherently, like I think what you had to do was you have to hold B, and then if you tap each of the different directions, those will give you different attacks than if you had B released. RL, X, Y are hard-coded, I guess. And let me actually real quick, I'm just gonna reset this. Either Either way, very convoluted, very tough. I am going to first, I think as a representation of yesterday, so people don't feel like they missed what my first experience was like. My vision is that, let me just take the default moveset that they give you. And let me just, I'm going to genuinely try to fight him without the method that Spoon got through it with yesterday, where Spoon said he just mashed. Because this game feels like it's got super delays. I'm not playing right now. Where Moon said, or Spoon said he just mashed his way through it with like 2 moves. I would think it's block and attack and then counter. Block and attack, counter. Like that's always how like I want to try to play any sort of like fighting game or boxing game. Yo, what's up, Batista? And let's see how that works out. Real quick to note, you got the lights up on the top. The lights are your health bar, effectively. I think once a light goes black, I think it does not come back. I could be wrong about that, but if one of your 4 sets of lights basically completely runs out, you just win. It's like a knockout. So let me give this a shot. Without the mashing whatsoever. Yeah, it is. It feels like it's very long in between. No. No. See, like, in the time it takes me to stop blocking and then do my attack, he's already, like, it, I don't know whether it is or not, it almost feels like the opponent AI or input reads you. There's a lot of spacing you have to understand, otherwise your moves miss. Yeah, so obviously that was bad. The AI is able to chain moves together that don't feel possible for me. Yeah, like, God. I think it's also what's happening. Yeah, so if they shrug, that means you're out of, like, stamina or something. God, it's so long in between me pressing the button and my attack doing anything. Like, God, I'm pressing Y there, yeah, and it just doesn't do anything. So yeah, that's me blocking, but if he attacks low, like, I don't know what to do there. Like, the game just says there's a block, but see, like, it's doing it anyways. We're red. I'm getting my ass kicked, like, trying to play through this. Yeah, and then before you know it, they just keep pushing you and pushing you. It doesn't feel like I can chain attacks together like my opponent can.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go.
No, so I mean, I think it's not one hit is like one light. If it connects, you're dealing some level of damage. So yeah, now I'm going to try it like Spoon was saying. It's a bit of a controlled mash. I'm just gonna try to press nothing but Y or X. What my suspicion is if I'm holding a direction, it also cancels, like attacks can't come out. So you have to like establish a position. So you need to be closer for that. Yeah. And then if you get too close, you gotta kind of back it up. All right, this is our first knockdown.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go.
I'm trying to find the spacing for neutral X.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go.
Damn, I got the knock down, but the timer was running out. No, I can't do my super punches anymore.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
They backed me up a lot there.
7, go.
Yeah, like don't. The trick is ever thinking you should block.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go.
The trick is ever thinking you should block. No, just tank the hits and trade. At least with the first guy. Alright, there's one. Let's see. So, am I facing the same dude? Oh, next boxer. What is that face? Damn, how many boxers are in this? We're facing Woodman. Well, good Wood. What was that? Because they left the same body. They just inserted a different head.
Go.
So, like, what? He was in the middle of an animation?
Go.
I think, like, the biggest issue with this game is it's just too long for the player in between your attacks.
Go.
Like, in between when you press button and action happen. So it's hard to ever feel like I'm making informed decisions based on their read. Yeah, he's taking the lead.
Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I was like, how does that not count as a TKO after a while? Like, 3 knockdowns? Alright, let's try to be one more boxer and get the fuck out of here. LeBlanc? I don't know, man.
Go.
See, because by the time your attack comes out, it feels like the AI is already in the middle of reading your next input.
Go.
Damn, alright!
2, 3, 4, 5,
Did I just take two? Am I just dead?
9, 10.
What? And it might be by this point you had to go, like, do training for a while. See, like, I advanced forward too much on that. Knockdown.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go.
Yeah, I'm too close.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
GG! We're done. We're done. We're good. I mean, I think I basically know what score I'm gonna give this. Yeah. It's one of those games, to be honest, I'll take the L on this one. Maybe there is a super... I'm right there with SNES rankings, dude. Maybe there's some deep, interesting combat system here. But it's so obtuse. I don't know, man. Again, the biggest thing is, like, it feels like, Mike said it best, it feels like you're moving through molasses trying to do, like, any of your moves. And so, the problem is, like, 'cause I'm always down for a good fight, like, fighting game, boxing game, whatever, but I feel like I need to have some semblance of, like, I can react to things and then make moves accordingly off of it. It feels like all of your moves... Because again, on the recording, like, YouTube scene today, I stuck to a couple moves to try to just make it work. I couldn't beat the first guy. I was trying all the different moves. It feels like every move is a very slow unblockable without actually being unblockable from a fighting game. I'm just like, I just need a quick, like, bam, like a frame one, just like a jab. Something with, you know... I feel like I'm sitting there like I try to watch the opponent and react to their attacks, but I only know how to block half the attacks. To note, it's press down to block. So any of those attacks that were hitting like my backside or anything, I'm like, I don't know how you were supposed to block those. I read the manual. Manual didn't say shit. It just says if you want to block, press down. So it kind of goes in with that. So we played 3 boxing games so far. But yeah, like I just feel like I can't react to anything. Blocking then following up with an attack. It feels like the AI understands how to play this game fully. And I had to like effectively just button mash my way. I will say I wasn't necessarily, but it like you said, it wasn't like it wasn't that kind of button mash. I was still like using spacing and whatnot. I don't hate the concept of the spacing by any means. I don't know. It's definitely an unfriendly game for someone just picking it up and trying to play it. Because there's a lot of little systems you have to understand. Yeah, press down to block. So, is there a quality game somewhere in here? Maybe. I don't know. I know I'm glad I'm done playing it. So I'm going to scroll down. Where are they at? Where's the game I'm looking for? This is gonna go right above George Foreman's KO boxing in the 2s because the referee's cute. Look at that ref back there. Look at that. Well, look at that short king. I love him. Oh, I'm loading save states. It's fine. Yeah, it didn't do it for me. I was definitely not engaged. But I would love to hear someone go pump like 8 hours into this and come tell me like, no, it's actually, there's the cool game in there. You just gotta dig a little bit. In 24 minutes, 53 seconds, this shit got a 2. All right, let's go update SNES Fantasy. Woodman, though. Oh yeah, everybody called this a 2. Literally the top, I think the top 5 all called this a 2. George Matt's not gonna lose, dude. George Matt is gonna hold this 4-point lead all the way to the end. This was one of the few times, honestly, a SNES game has come up, and I'm just like, I just want this one to be done. I want to be done playing this one. You thought the ship was gonna be a 3? What the fuck? Motherfucker. Is it literally only the top 2 brackets that are still alive? George, Matt, and Pluve. I'm interested to see what they picked differently. 4 games left, only 2 brackets. I was like, are we about to come up on our first clinch of the season, like 4 games out? All right, let's get back to the console life. Best of the Best Championship Karate, it was real. Like, I'm not quite willing to give that game a 1 by any means. But, anyways, if you're watching on YouTube, next time on SNESMania, it's Clay Fighter. I don't want to recrop the thing. See you next time. Bye.